Hi all, so this is one of my guides for XCOM 2. This one's focus is mainly on the world map and the base. I was going to do it as one large video, but it's actually, even though it's hints and tips, it actually will end up being quite a long and involved video, and I think it might be easier for people to access all the information this way. So on your world map, you'll have a starting point, and I think in this save it's here. Now your first job and your number one priority, forgetting this avatar project for now, is to expand yourself around the world. In order to do that, you have to click on or choose the make contact. You need to make sure you got the facilities for it, so you need the resistance communications, which you unlock as the game progresses and part of the base strategy. When you've done that, and then build radio relays that unlock more of the map. There's two reasons to do that. When you actually unlock these different sections of the map, you get benefits, and the game just doesn't really tell you much about that. So when you've unlocked this area, I've done Africa, get supplies and resistance increased by 20%, so I've got that bonus. If you go to other locations, you'll find that you get other bonuses for finding each section of those. So let's have a look at Europe. Fire when ready, all experiments are completed instantly, so that's an amazing bonus. You can unlock loads of things for your soldiers and so on. It's different all around the world. The second reason for wanting to do that is when these dark events take place that progress the avatar project, they can happen anywhere. So if I've not made contact here, I can't travel to that, I can't do that, I can't knock the avatar project back, so it means ultimately it fills up and it's very easy to lose the game. So your first priority is to be expanding around. Now, that's not to forget some of these events that take place. So if I'm to scan this for 7 days, then I should be rewarded with an engineer. There are also random events that come up, and that's where the combat part of the game takes place, and you get rewards for that. So I then prioritise engineers or scientists, and whenever I've got any free time, I then use supply drops or things that kind of bolster what I immediately need. Obviously, every time you scan it, you speed up the time, you speed up the avatar project, you speed up the chance that some event's going to take place, so you have to bear that in mind. One thing that you don't want to forget as well is going back to resistance is actually really useful. On some of the base strategy, if you're building something, you want to go back to your resistance with the build faster perk activated, and then you can use that to build things quicker, or you can change it over to the healing so that you can heal your soldiers more if you've just been in combat. So you can use that to your advantage. I nearly always use the healing soldiers if I've got any injured, because especially at the start of the game you have a smaller squad, you want to make sure they're always ready to go. One other thing on the map which is worth pointing out is the black market. The black market's not very good. I rarely use the black market. The reason for that is you can buy things you can make or find. So loads of these things you just find them. Buying additional alloys and whatever crystals and so on and and supplies is realistically if you've kind of bodged up and you're desperate. Same with buying any specialists. Sometimes though, I do rush research if I'm absolutely desperate to get some of the important unlocks and I've got enough intel to do it. However, it's very rare. One thing I will say is don't sell stuff to the black market necessarily. I would avoid doing this unless you're desperate and when you've got a handle on what these things are used for, because when you start selling things to it, they're not junk. You can use these for a lot. So if you get rid of them, you can actually get yourself boxed into a corner, and that is one of the things that XCOM doesn't hold your hand with. If you make fundamental mistakes, the game will punish you for it, and you can ultimately lose the game. Okay, so that is a quick rundown of the map.